back to the Coaches Show here on Country 93.1, live from Pints and Courts Pub and Grill on Norton Street in Muskegon. My name is Matt Chapkus. I'll be joined by Pat White in a minute. Quick reminder to everybody, if you have the chance to listen or you didn't have a chance to catch the whole thing, you can watch the Coaches Show on DSETV. That's tomorrow night at 6 p.m., Friday and Saturday morning at 6 a.m. And we want to thank our partners over at DSETV and their friends over at the Health Hut for making that happen. Number 2, Matthew McKay. Where are you, Matthew? Matthew, wave your hand. Happy birthday. Happy 17th birthday to Matthew McKay here tonight. A child of the show by association. So happy birthday to Matthew. And now we'll talk a little bit about the Gladiators and the Crusaders coming up. Pat White joining me here. Pat joins me for color commentary every week for our football broadcast here on Country 93.1. And Pat, we both came in last week kind of wondering what we were going to see, and what we saw was an incredible performance from the Crusaders.
Well, we've been saying this all year that, you know, even though our schedule isn't very good, we got a pretty good football team. And last week, I think we really showed what we were made of. We played, I would say, almost a perfect game. We took Fruitport out of their rhythm, out of their game, and boy, we kicked their hind end pretty good.
Yeah, that was kind of nice, and we clinch a playoff spot, and by doing that, I guess, Pat, what's striking you so far most about this team right now?
Well, I think the strength of our offensive, defensive lines. Our offensive line can handle people. And tomorrow night we're going to have a little test, or Friday night. St. Francis is huge.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have pretty good size. I think our strength is good, but it's really been impressive to see the offense and defensive line play as well as they have this year. And also our running backs. What can you say about Alex, Tommy Scott, Sanford? What can you say about them? I mean, they're going to get out and give you the best game they can. Defensively, we've played really well. We've got some great skilled players, so I think tomorrow or Friday night looks good, and I'm really anxious for the playoffs because I think this team could go a long way.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Absolutely, the playoffs are looming. Talk about what are some of your favorite memories of the Crusaders going through the playoffs over the years?
Well, one of the memories that I have that's kind of bittersweet, my son Mark was an all-state linebacker at Catholic Central and played in the infamous game against Country Day. They lost on the last play of the game. And, well, I can remember that. I could see it, you know. And that was kind of a sad memory. But I have 3 sons, and all 3 of them played in the state championship game. And pretty proud of all that.
Absolutely.
But a lot of good games, a lot of great games that some of them we won, and some of them we got beat. But the playoff system, it just has to be so much fun for these kids. It's just a different, you know, it's a different feeling. It's a new season. It just got to be great. You know, when I played, 75 years ago, you know, it was a popularity contest who was the best team in the state. Now you know who is.
Get a chance to prove it on the field.
Darn right you do. And that's really got to be a lot of fun for the kids.
Now, taking a look at this Crusader team so far this year, we saw the first 2 games. That Grand Rapids Catholic Central game was a tough one because there was a lot of possibilities that we could have done some different things in there. But really, it seems like you said at the beginning of the year, normally the biggest jump in improvement from week 1 to 2. This team keeps improving, it seems like, week after week right now.
Well, I think it has to do with a lot of things, but I think the coaching staff just just does an outstanding job. What I see is the first ball game, and by the way, and I don't know about the kids, but I'd like to play Shores tomorrow night. But, you know, what they have done, what the coaching staff has done with the younger kids, the substitutes. Now against Shores, I didn't think that Coach Zerwan had enough confidence to put some of these kids in to give the regulars a break. But I think in week 9 he sure has the confidence. He's developed those kids, and we have 4 or 5 or 6 kids that have just improved tremendously since the first ball game. And you know, you look at Grand Rapids Catholic. We left that one on the table. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. I mean, that's a ball game we should have won. And then from then on, it just blossomed to last week. I was I was excited about that game because I've heard all week that, oh, you Catholic Central doesn't play anybody and they don't, you know, they're the only team won one game and they beat somebody 70-0. And I was kind of expecting a much different ball game. I know we talked during one of the breaks, and you said something about a running clock, and I said, well, I didn't think so tonight, but proved me wrong.
Yeah, they certainly did by the end of the game.